During this crisis, are you stuck at home and unable to see your friends? We've all felt that way. It's awful! But don't worry, we've gathered a list of free online games that you can play with your pals through video chats and still feel connected, even if you're a long distance away. This is your leading companion for all things video games, Online Gaming Engine. Make sure to click that subscribe button to be updated on future videos like this one. Online multiplayer games, without a doubt, cannot compete with the days when we all strolled around the block with our friends and spent the entire day frolicking and playing games. However, given the need of the hour, these online team activities are an excellent replacement for outside pleasure when people are forced to stay indoors. Even in teams, with everyone working remotely, we seldom have time to engage unless we work on projects together. So, these online multiplayer games are a great way to reconnect while still having fun. This list has it all, from digital copies of old board games to legendary names that we grew up playing. Among Us. This lockdown season's audience favorite is unquestionably at the top of our list. If you haven't already been assaulted with innumerable Among Us memes that make you want to jump on the bandwagon, we strongly advise you to do so with your pals. Even though it was launched 2 years ago, the epidemic has given tremendous popularity to Among Us as the ultimate whodunit game that should not be played face to face. What a way to encourage social distancing, huh? On mobile, the game is entirely free, and you may play with up to 10 people simultaneously. When each round begins, you will be assigned randomly to participate as either an innocent crewmate or a malicious imposter. Every game finishes when the crewmates successfully vote to remove the correct imposter or when the imposter kills off crewmates. It's an enjoyable game that makes you wonder about your own closest pals. Prepare to get your backstab. Monopoly Online. Many of you may be familiar with Business or Life, but the real deal is Monopoly. The online version of this popular board game is just as entertaining as the offline one. Make properties, receive prizes, collect rent, and work your way through a day's earnings every time you pass by Go. And every memory associated with this game is likely to come alive with its online edition. This is, without a doubt, one of the greatest online multiplayer games to play with friends and coworkers. Board Game Arena. Do you enjoy playing board games? We understand how frustrating it might be to no longer play them, mainly because social gatherings are no longer possible these days. But don't worry, Board Games Arena, an online board game platform with over 230 titles, allows you to play your favorite board games online. You'd be spoiled for choice with popular games like Saboteur's free gaming choices. There is no need to download anything because you may play immediately in your web browser. The games may be played in real time or turn-based mode. And with the site's massive player community of over 4 million users, you'll have no trouble finding someone to play with if your pals are unavailable. So, are you looking forward to hosting your first board game night? The UI is straightforward to use, even for inexperienced users. Add your friends to the site and invite them to a session before beginning your game. Scrabble GO. Do you have a good command of the English language? Without needing to meet up, test your vocabulary by challenging your pals to a competitive game of Scrabble on your phone. Scrabble GO is a free-to-play mobile game that reimagines the traditional word game with new features and game types that make it even more enjoyable to play. The colorful yet primary gaming interface makes it simple to begin a match at any moment. You may play daily tournaments for a quick and immediate game, or you can play against your friends by inviting them or linking the game to your Facebook account. Scrabble GO is the ultimate crossword game in which every letter counts, intending to score the maximum points. Take turns constructing words on the board with your buddies and prepare to recite every word you've ever learned in your life. Psych! Do you have a hidden skill at bluffing? Gather your pals online and play Psych, a group-friendly party game. Ellen DeGeneres' mobile game includes various decks of game cards on which you make up false answers to actual trivia questions. This fascinating word game will put your ingenuity to the test as you outsmart your pals with witty replies and pick the correct answer among all the phony ones. To begin a game, you may select from several entertaining categories. There are now 4 decks available for free play. Then invite your pals to several rounds of games that will be packed with intelligent responses and unending laughter. Tabletopia. Are you looking for more online board games to play? Tabletopia is another choice to consider if you enjoy board games and locate games made by well-known and independent game companies. Their digital sandbox system designed for playing board games is an unending playground to explore, with over 1,000 free games to choose from. They also have a unique editor option for developing your own game and putting your game creation abilities to the test. Suppose you love spending time with your friends at a board game cafes and enjoy the experience of playing at the table. In that case, Tabletopia provides the most authentic user experience when it comes to tabletop games. Their price is divided into 3 categories: free and gives you complete access to hundreds of their games. You may also be in 2 rooms at the same time, which means you can play 2 games with your pals at the same time. Codenames. Collaborate with your pals to test how well you communicate with one another. Codenames is a fantastic word-based party game that can be played with a minimum of 4 players. Codenames, named one of the greatest board games in 2016, now has a free online version for you to enjoy. You and your pals will be divided into 2 teams, red and blue, with at least 1 guesser and 1 spy master on each side. The guesser's objective is to choose all of their team's color words before the opposing team does. Beware! There are also black-covered word cards strewn throughout that symbolize an assassin who will murder you if the guesser chooses it. Effective communication with your teammates is essential because you may only communicate with one-word hints in this game. Create a gaming room and share the invite link to your pals to try it out. Ideal for 4 to 8 people and in pairs. Risk. Have you ever wished to rule the world one day? You may now do it in the comfort and safety of your own home by playing Risk. Risk Global Domination is the online version of the famous Hasbro RISK game, a strategic board game centered on diplomacy, warfare, and eventually conquest. Risk pits you against your pals in fights for global dominance as you deploy armies and capture regions. You may select between playing with an AI, joining or hosting games to play with people online, or inviting up to 5 of your friends to join you. Prepare for a fun and intense session of strategy and planning as you plot to take over the territories of your pals. CardzMania. This lockdown does not have to put a halt to your regular card game sessions with your friends. If you prefer traditional card games over board games, CardzMania is the place for you. CardzMania is another hidden treasure, a card game-focused website where you may play over 20 different card games for free. Hearts, Spades, Euchre, and Gin Rummy are among their biggest hits. You may opt to play solo with bots, compete internationally with actual people, or create a game in multiplayer mode for you and your friends. Their main page lists the complete spectrum of games available to play and the number of individuals who can participate, which is handy to refer to if you are unfamiliar with the card games. The website is simple to use, but it also has many in-game features that card game fans will appreciate. QuizUp. You must race against the time to solve trivia questions and beat your pals to the correct answers. QuizUp is a real-time game that allows you to bring entertaining quiz nights with your friends directly to your phone. The app is a hybrid of a social networking platform and trivia, with millions of users contributing to endless trivia questions depending on their interests. You may study and have fun while challenging your friends on questions ranging from basic knowledge to Disney movies, with hundreds of different themes to pick from. To play, you'll have to compete against a friend in a round of multiple-choice trivia questions. With only 10 seconds to respond, the faster you answer each question, the more points you will receive. This fast-paced game offers short sessions that will surely test your memory. So if trivia games are more your speed, QuizUp is an app you should try. These great online games to play will keep you entertained for hours. So go ahead and download them all, and you'll have a great time.